Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Germanuelian.
Good evening. I am your host, Jason Bird. If you're expecting MD, I am so sorry. He will be back on your regularly scheduled podcast next week. So if you're an MD fan, you can exit now because he won't be here. Or you can stick along and watch me and Travis banter. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds, and we're going to see if our viewership drops real quick while I crack open this soda. Oh, we actually gained 5 viewers. Perfect. What do you think about that, Travis?
Woo! Man o' living. I was telling MD. MD's taking the evening off. He's prepping for an event this coming Sunday, which we'll talk a bunch about in a second. But I was telling MD just a second ago, the last podcast where it was just me and Jay Bird was an absolute train wreck. So he wished us luck and fingers crossed.
I don't know why you say that.
I mean, listen, it was all good. It was good.
You know what it is? We need the duck background music. That's what it is.
There we go. I love it. It is Tuesday night, March the 12th. It's 7:33 p.m. This is episode 17,459 of the STX AM Tour Power Hour podcast. It's good to be back on the show. I've actually been gone for a couple weeks. It's nice to get to hang out with you. How was your Tuesday, bud?
It was great. Work was work, you know. And I'm basically a firefighter nowadays in the IT world. So Put out a bunch of fires, went and worked out, crushed a couple star crunches, and now I'm here with you.
I love it. We were talking about that earlier. I actually cold plunged today. The pool is 62 degrees right now, and it wasn't terribly cold, but it was pretty cold.
I love cold plunging.
I think it's so good. There's so many benefits. It's just brutal. It's just not an enjoyable experience for the first couple seconds of it.
I disagree. I think it's like super enjoyable. I might be a contrarian there, but I remember I broke my ankle in Palm Springs. It was like 40 degrees at night, so the pool was frigid, but there was a hot tub. So I would just go in and out with like my broken ankle, and that's what got me through the aircraft ride.
Okay. Cold plunging it is. Comment if you like cold plunging. I definitely don't, but I definitely see the benefits.
I mean it's max shrinkage for sure.
Well,
I mean, if you got an ego, you don't want to do it.
Well, I mean,
or
it's
if you're
trying to get into skinny pants, you know, one of the two.
That's true.
I love cold plunges. Let's talk about this past Sunday on the Alamo City Golf Trail Division, Event 5, Stroke Play, Mission Del Lago. Jay Bird, you played. Talk about the course conditions and the Mission Del Lago experience.
Well, I mean, I think I've said it many times. I think Mission Del Lago is my favorite layout. I love it. I think it has the potential to be an absolute test of golf. The back 9 greens and conditions are great. Mission Del Lago showed up for sure.
I love it, and I love Clint, course manager, general manager, and the superintendent there. Clint Bach does such a great
lot of hats.
job. What's up?
He wears a lot of hats.
He does wear a lot of hats. Absolutely. I love going there. I love hanging out with Clint. He's an old school country PGA professional, and I absolutely love that. And I love that he loves the tour being there and always takes Mission to the next level for us. And it really was. Mission Del Lago, I'd like to think a lot of people are going to back me up right here. But Mission Del Lago is the best overall conditioned golf course on the trail at this moment right now.
Better than Northern?
From tee to green, fairways were spectacular. The roughs and the collars were good. Now, remember, it's the middle of the winter, right? So let's put my word spectacular in context there. But I think overall turf grass condition, overall turf grass coverage, I think Mission Del Lago is the best. Or at least top two, right? I mean, I would say Brack with the overseed. But I haven't been
overseed Brack this year?
Yes. Yeah. The greens. Tees and greens. Well, we know Northern is good. We do have some Northern Hills information that we certainly can talk about on the podcast this evening, Jay Bird.
I love Northern Hills.
That is 100% new news.
Breaking news?
Breaking news.
Hold on, there's a graphic for that.
Oh, we're gonna breaking news now. Breaking news now. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo.
Would you like to break the news, sir?
Listen, I think that's something really cool to talk about, and this information is going to be on the Facebook page in a little bit, and it will be in a newsletter later on this week. Alamo City Golf Trail Division event number 7 on April 13th, currently at Willow Springs Golf Course, and open for registration. We're talking about Alamo City Golf Trail open for registration, event number 7, April the 13th at Willow Springs. That event, in conjunction with our partners at the Alamo City Golf Trail, in an effort to provide the best possible tournament experience to our tour golfers, event number 7 is backing up one day to April 14th and moving to Northern Hills. That is the breaking news for the evening. Wow. Bam. Bam. Big graphic. Blue.
Big graphic.
I love it. I love it. Chris Espinoza played Brack this past Sunday. Good conditions, tee to fairways, greens coming along. So in 5 weeks in 2 weeks at Brack, it should be pretty good. And then in the Masters for May, it'll be awesome. That's the hope. But just breaking news that just broke, I guess is the past tense now, I guess, right? ACGT Division Spring Event number 7, moving to Sunday, April 14th at Northern Hills.
Oh, yep. Masters Sunday, baby.
It is. We will have that live, of course, on multiple televisions.
Let's stream it to the carts.
I don't know if we can do that, but we're going to certainly ask. But isn't it free on the Masters app anyways, right?
Let's set up TVs every 3 tee boxes. That way everyone can keep up.
Yes, it'll be there. But yes, now don't get me wrong. We were just at Willow, and it was a great event. That 666 was awesome. Big full field shotgun start. But, those course conditions were okay. So we felt that it was the right thing to do to move that course, that event from that course to Northern Hills and just back it up one day. Which happens to be Masters Sunday, right?
That is Masters Sunday, that's correct.
Oh, Scotty Williams, bummer. That's the same thing MD said. MD plays Willow good. He likes Willow. Oh, there he is, right there. Commenting right behind him.
I'll tell you this every time. Northern Hills is statistically the second hardest golf course we play on trail.
Yeah.
And no one wants to believe that. Every time I tell someone that outside the podcast, we're like, bullshit.
It is. It is. Yeah. And
I have enough data now that I'm convinced. Like, I don't need to be arguing anymore. I have the data.
yes, and I think that Northern Hills has the highest tour scoring record as well of all the trail courses.
Oh?
I think so.
I did not know that.
So it has the. I think it was the hardest for a long time, and then we had some brutal weather conditions down the stretch here, up at Cedar.
I think Cedar's always still been a stroke harder than Northern, which is already 3/4 of a stroke harder than third place course. So it's like those two, and then the rest all crunch together. It's kind of nuts.
The last time we were at Northern Hills, man, the wind was howling. 2 banners broke that day in the wind.
Yep.
That was a cool. Yeah, Steve Evans shoots 8 deep all day.
I'll take the under.
Listen, I love Steven, but I'm going to take the over there.
I'm taking the under on -8, yeah, or the over, right?
Yes, 100%.
That's funny.
So, cat's out of the bag there. Breaking news. That will be on the Facebook page and updated on the website later on today or tomorrow. But moving from Willow Springs up to Northern Hills and backing up 1 day to the 14th.
Well, I was going to break the other news.
Jayberg back to Mission Del Lago and recapping the event this past weekend.
I think I have that.
You got that?
I think I have it somewhere. Hold on.
How did you play?
Terribly. Wasn't great, but golf's a weird game, you know?
You did text that this week, that golf is weird. Actually, I believe the official text was, I hate golf.
That is correct. But I also love it.
All right, everybody. We are talking about spring event number 5, individual stroke play, Mission Del Lago. This was 2 days ago on the 10th. Big turnout for Mission Del Lago, 110 golfers. Scores were slightly higher than average overall, with the occasional outlier like Steven Evans shooting 63 or whatever that was.
Is that true?
I think they were higher than average. I think there were definitely some outlier winners for sure, absolutely. But I mean, maybe I'm speaking out of line there, but. You're going to pull those stats numbers and we're going to talk about it. But that overall condition of the golf course, really happy with the pace of play. Shout out to all the ambassadors that worked at Mission Del Lago this past weekend. Amazing. You guys rock stars.
Rockin'. All right, let's look here. We had a stroke average full field 87.01. Then I'm going to look up the last stroke play at Mission.
Oh, yeah, that's high. That's high, I bet.
87.01 is definitely, we usually are around 85 for full field.
Yeah. That's with like 83.7, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there were definitely some great scores. Weston Irie, a tournament low, 1 under par.
That guy, listen, I played in that group, and he made 3 straight birdies that combined to be probably like 180 feet of putts.
That's awesome. What holes were those?
He got 6, 5, and 4.
So 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why
What?
that didn't compute for me backwards. That is right. MD Tour Travels 2024 guest and net cookie winner. I think right. Weston Irie. We'll see those photos in a second. But yeah, good scorecard. Even par on the front. 1 under on the back for Wes Irie. Only to be outdone by Steven Evans' 5 under 67 with 1 lone bogey.
I did. I felt like I was dragging the team down. Like, I'm trying so hard, and it looks so effortless for those guys, and yet I'm blowing like 3 OB on over 9 and just hacking it up.
I do remember when Steven Evans said he was taking the spring off, but I think I just saw an ambassador text yesterday where his goal was to top 50. So, Steven Evans is going to take the spring season off and still qualify for the playoffs.
He's going to make the team in the spring.
No, but I'm excited to see the updated point standings. Lots of shimmying in the top 10 this week, but only a couple dropouts of the top 10. So starting to really condense up there 2 through 10.
I'm nowhere near the top 10. Oh my God.
No, you are not. You're nowhere near the cut line. I mean, listen, that's the truth.
That is incredible.
Recapping the points.
Hey. Last Mission Del Lago stroke play was 90 average, so we beat that by 3.
Oh, okay, terrific. Above average for Mission. All that time for that. It's a good job.
Yeah, I was looking it up.
That's awesome. Okay.
All right, what are we doing again?
What's that?
Were we going to recap the winners?
Yeah,
Is that what we're doing?
let's recap Mission Del Lago from this past Sunday.
All right, let's
Alamo
do it.
City Golf Trail Division, STX Am Tour, Spring Event number 5. Where are we going to start?
Well, let's just start at Champ Flight.
I love it. Championship Flight, Gross, winner. Victory Cookies, part of the Cookie Mafia, presented by our partner, Laura Lewis, and the Cake Place and More. Find the Cake Place and More on Facebook. Her stuff is artwork. I mean, it's awesome.
It is artwork.
That was Steven Evans, 5 under 67, the Gross Victory Cookie. There he is again, rocking the South Texas Match Play Challenge Team Uni from last year. Steven Evans, everybody, takes a month off, comes back, picks up a golf club, 5 deep. Love it.
Listen, I think it could have been more. It looks so effortless.
And what happened on number 8, Jay Bird, for Steven Evans?
On number 8?
On number 8, lone bogey.
Oh, I think he 3-wiggled, but he was in a tough spot.
That was a tough hole location. I mean, MD hit it to an inch.
He was above and left of the hole, if I recall. He can correct me. And that is not a fun place to be on that green.
Nah, pretty quick coming down the slope there. That's that dead down grain too, eh?
Yeah, I think he may have left himself like 3 or 4 feet and a little knee knocker.
Weston Irie, also the lone red number Gross in Champ Flight, 1 under 71. We're going to see him in a second on the net side. Steven Evans, 6 strokes clear of second place Gross, Patrick DeCosimo.
Yeah.
Steven Evans.
That's a beatdown.
Net.
Patrick had 2 doubles, I think.
On the net side, from Championship Flight, Wes Irie. That's a gross 71. So net 62. That's a 5-shot lead over second place net Casey Graham. 6 shots over third place net Ryan Mejia, 68 and 67 respectively. So the top half of Champ Flight, solid. Half of Champ Flight under par net, dead half, and 2 under par, 2 of 22 on the gross side. So great playing, Champ Flight. Congratulations, Wes and Steve.
Yeah.
First flight, Mission Del Lago, victory cookie winner on the gross side. Even par, fantastic playing, Logan Armga.
Oh,
That is not the right picture. We'll get there.
I believe it is mislabeled. There we go.
That's it, right? There we go.
I found him.
There we go. Logan Armga, even par on the front, even par on the back. 2 birdies, 2 bogeys. 3 birdies, 3 bogeys. So lots of great up and down. Getting one. 2 under through 5 is a great score in first flight. It's a great score, but it's a super solid score in first flight. And taking home the Cake Place and More victory cookie and solidifying his place in the Cookie Mafia, Logan Armga.
Cookie. Perfect.
And on the net side, we saw his picture just a second ago as we were flying through looking for Logan's. Alan Valencourt wins a scorecard playoff over Dennis Danowski at 6 under 66 to take home the Cake Place and More victory cookie for net in first flight.
Man, what's it like to win cookies?
That is also a very similar scorecard there. 1 bogey, 1 birdie, 2 bogeys, 1 birdie on the backside. And just very solid playing by Alan. Great job first flight. Representing right there in second place, gross, just 3 shots off the pace. Greg Keogh, unsurprisingly enough, seems to be playing great this spring and is always right there. Mike St. Clair, 2 shots behind Greg. That rounds out the top 3 for first flight. And on the net side, Dennis Danowski and Chad Swigart join Allen, placing on the net side of first flight. Great.
I would like to address Michael's comment, but there were 6 birdies on 14, so 5 other people covered it as well, including myself.
So I'm trying to focus on I'm trying not to get distracted by the comment section right now. So
It was popping.
I know it's Rockstar, and listen, we're already 30 minutes in and not halfway through the recap, so
24.
I'm doing my best to stay focused. Okay, moving on to second flight. On the gross side of second flight, great score, 78. Jeremy Semlinger. Solid front 9, turned at 38. Finished solid, par, bogey on the 18 for 40 on the back 9. 78 second flight, gross cookie winner. Welcome to the Cookie Mafia in 2024. He had some great Facebook posts about the cookie, following it up. Great playing, Jeremy. On the gross side there, 2 strokes clear of Willie Nichols and 3 shots clear of Sean Wolf, rounding out the prize winners on the gross side of second flight. Moving over to the net side, also shooting a gross 78, but good enough for a 3-shot net victory. We've got Mr. Steven Robert, 8 deep,
Robert.
64. rocking. That's a good outfit. It looks really good with the salt and pepper mustache.
Yeah, it's the white belt. Everyone looks good in a white belt.
I agree. It's very slimming. Welcome to the Cookie Mafia, Stephen Robert, with your net 64. That's 8 under. Great playing. Clipped Matt Tomerlin by 3 strokes. And the final gift certificate of the afternoon in second flight goes to Greg Graff at 5 deep. Great play in second flight. Second flight more than half under par net.
It's making hay.
Right, but also one of those statistically really tight knit handicap distribution. Right? First, second, third flight, real tight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're moving on to third flight. For those of you just tuning in, we are recapping Alamo City Golf Trail Division Spring Event number 5 from this past Sunday at the fantabulous Mission Del Lago Golf Course. I love MD from the comment section. It feels so weird, like it's throwing me off a little bit. Like I look and I see MD and I feel like it's in the comments giving me direction, you know, and it's very
prepare to be directed.
Right, exactly. Third flight, Victory Cookie winner, having a great spring season. Actually, with this Victory Cookie moved into first place in the Spring Point standings. Andre Ramirez, great score, 8 over par, 80, third flight. Really great playing. Played really solid on the back nine. Kind of a weird looking scorecard for Andre. 45-35.
I think the back nine the conditions were a little bit better. It was way more scoreable, I thought. And so I'd be curious to see what that split is, really.
Yeah.
I'm going to open that up right now.
Interesting. Andre 4 clear of Tim Price in second place gross, and Tim 5 clear of Tim Blunt for third place gross. So the top end of third flight pulling away there. Third flight net, Fernando Palos, 6 under, 66. I believe we don't have a picture of Fernando Palos. I think that's the one.
I do not have one.
Missing. I think that's the one we were missing. Fernando clipped Ed Mitchell by 3 strokes. Ed finishes second place net, and even par net in third flight gets third place prize money. Mission Del Lago starting to show its teeth late in the afternoon. Fourth flight gross. Roland De La Garza, 85. Welcome back to the tour, Roland. We have a picture of Roland.
I do not have a picture of Roland.
Roland, your picture's on the Facebook page. I apologize. We'll get it there. It is there, not we'll get it there. But Roland De La Garza, 2-shot victory over Cruz Contreras. And Cruz was 1 shot clear of Greg Haney for top 3 gross in fourth flight. And on the net side, Mario Rivera, great playing. The only 50 number on the scoreboard, 58. Mario Rivera. That was we definitely have that photo. There we go. Mario Rivera, fourth flight net. Welcome to the Cookie Mafia. That's the Cake Place and More Cookie Mafia. Thank you, Laura Lewis, for those victory cookies. We love them. They are cult classic now.
I love them.
Okay, Jaybird, you talk for a minute. I'm going to catch up on the 200 text messages. Or 200 comments.
I brought up the scoring disparity at Mission Del Lago from the front and the back. Does anyone in the comments care to guess which played harder by how many strokes?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
The scoring disparity between the front and back nine at Mission Del Lago.
Oh, terrific. So the front nine is clearly harder. And this is full field or championship flight?
What do you want to do first? I'll let you choose.
Let's do championship flight first by itself. And this is Mission Del Lago from this past Sunday. And we are comparing gross difficulty front nine versus back nine.
Okay.
Clearly the front nine is harder. Unequivocally, the front nine is harder. Now, are we going straight strokes? Like 3.5 strokes harder? Like that's what we're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give everybody in the comments a chance to type their answer. We all agree that the front is harder. There we go. Dennis Danowski, front by 2.5 strokes. Is this 1 decimal place or 2 decimal place, Jay Bird?
It's 2 decimal places, but we'll round.
It's 2 decimal places, but we'll round just in case. Tim Smith shot the same number. Of course he did. Thanks, Timmy Smith. We love that. Good evening, everybody. For those of you just joining us, we are talking about STX Am Tour Alamo City Golf Trail Division Spring Event number 5, individual stroke play at Mission Del Lago from 2 days ago. Man, that's a long title. Good Lord.
So I have Mission Del Lago's rating sheet by the Texas Golf Association in front of me.
Okay, hang on. We are talking about the gross scoring front nine versus the back nine at Mission Del Lago from this past weekend. Ed Mitchell says the front by 3. All front, championship flight by 4 strokes. Tim Smith shot the same number. Dennis Danowski, 2.5. I think it is... that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 3. I think it's 3.5.
Okay.
I think it's 3.5 is my guess.
I will tell you what the Texas Golf Association in 2019 said.
Oh, it's going to be 1, right? 0.5.
It is 0.5.
Okay.
Harder
Tim Smith,
on
that's
the
what
front.
I think too. 3.5. I'm going to type it in the comments right here so nobody thinks I'm quacking.
0.5 according to the TXGA, harder on the front. Fun fact.
Love it.
The back is rated harder for female golfers on all 3 tee boxes.
I could see that. Just sheer length. 11, 15. Both of those are longer than number 2.
So for the women, the back is harder. Anyway, so the TXGA says 0.5 to the front. Champ Flight in our tournament shot 2.29 more on the front.
2.3 strokes more on the front.
Yep, 2.3. 2.3.
So basically the par 5s are the difference. 11 is just easy, right? Dead down.
11 was the 3rd easiest hole for Champ Flight.
Yeah.
You know what the easiest was for Champ Flight?
15 was the easiest.
That is incorrect.
Oh, really?
Oh, people are gonna not believe this. It had 6 birdies on the day, and it is 14.
Wow, very interesting. That was an accessible hole location, and it's pretty downwind, and that's not a hazard anymore. So I agree.
14 played a full 0.25 under par for Champ Flight.
Wow.
Meanwhile, 11 only played 0.18.
And then 15 was the second easiest?
15 was only 13. The second easiest is 5.
Wow, that's fascinating too. Okay. All right, let's do full field. Everybody, we are talking about the front 9 and how many strokes. It is more difficult than the back 9 at Mission del Lago. That is what we're talking about. We're talking about
before we go full field. I think this is interesting too. What's the hardest and second hardest hole for Champ Flight?
Second hardest hole. Second hardest hole. Let's give everybody, present the question to the viewing public.
The 2 hardest holes at Mission del Lago for Champ Flight by stroke average to par.
And this is 2 days ago at Mission del Lago.
No one birdied number 2 in Champ Flight.
Really?
Correct.
I think
It is one of 3 holes that saw no birdies by Champ Flight.
I think the other holes that saw no birdies in Champ Flight are 4, 17,
17, correct.
and I'm going to say the hardest hole was 10 and the second hardest hole was 1. That's what I'm going to say.
That's a very good guess. There, flip it, and that's the correct answer. 1 was the hardest, and 10 was the second hardest.
I
It's
guess
not even
1
close.
was into the wind, I
Number
guess.
Number 1 played 1.1 strokes higher, 5.1 average.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now back to the main question. Full field Mission del Lago this past Sunday. How many more strokes did the front 9 play easier than the back 9? Or I said that wrong. I said that wrong. How many strokes is the front 9 harder than the back 9? The back 9 is easier by how many strokes? And it was 2.3 strokes harder for just Champ Flight. So I gotta say, it's gotta increase, right? It has to increase, right? It has to
I
increase.
love this stat. This I just did the math, and it is amazing.
It has to increase. It has to increase. I feel like it's Groundhog's Day, and I should just keep saying it has to increase.
It did not increase.
How is that possible?
It did not increase.
You would think the degree of difficulty would crescendo. Evenly.
Number 9 full field played as the second hardest hole.
What?
Yes. Oh yeah. I love that.
What was okay? Let's back to the question. So it did not go up. It actually regressed to the mean.
It did not regress either. It's just the exact same number.
Oh. What a statistical anomaly. It's like a green.
Yeah.
It's like in 0.
It's the exact same number.
Oh.
That's amazing. 2.29.
What were the hardest holes, everybody? Full field, hardest holes.
3 and 9. 1 and 2.
What?
13 was number 3.
Easiest holes? 15,
The
11, 15, 11?
Easiest was 11.
11.
14 was the second easiest, keeping up with that trend.
That interesting.
16 was the third easiest.
What?
And then 12, fourth easiest.
So the par 3s played easier for the full field, which just goes to show you how important that driver distance statistic really is.
Yeah. Because the par threes are pushed up, right?
Yep. I bet you the strokes gain metric on driver's distance is just exponential in our tour data. I bet. Great job to our flight winners. Thank you so much to Clint Bach and his team down south and our partners on the Alamo City Golf Trail. What a great event this past Sunday. Do you remember when we had to put double points on every event at Mission Del Lago just to maybe get 60 people in a field? And we had to say things like, Mission Del Lago, only 6.1 miles south of Riverside, and now I love going to Mission. I love it. It's awesome. Shout out to Clint Bach and his team. Really cool. Jay Bird, your closing thoughts on spring event number 5, Mission Del Lago.
I had fun. On to Kissing Tree.
Woo! Special news bulletin. This was a really cool day. And I'm glad I get to hang out here with Jay Bird and share it with all of y'all watching and the tour family. About 20 minutes before we came on the air live tonight, the tour setup committee emailed out the first notice to players for the first ever Greater Hill Country Division event at Kissing Tree Golf Club this coming Sunday. It's the first email, the first website post, the first notice to players for any tour event that was held off of the Alamo City Golf Trail. Everybody knows me. I'm a municipal golf pro. I am a equal opportunity golf pro, home for everybody, and it was really cool to send that email and to hang out with Sabrina while we were typing it, and she was proofreading it, and it was typing Kissing Tree for the first time. It was a really neat experience. And Jay Bird, today's the day that we've talked about for quite some time, and the expanding of the tour and the tour product and the tour brand and the formula that the tour has for competitive amateur golf in the area, and expanding that outward. And today was the first day that really happened with a direct player communication, and that was a really cool experience.
I am, I'm excited to start this chapter, see what the appetite is for, a higher cost. I guess I don't want to use the word premium, but these are outside the trail where, there's bigger budgets, bigger golf courses, more championship level golf courses like Wolf Dancer, TPC, stuff like that.
Yeah, Valor's on the schedule.
Valor,
new format, 36 holes in one day is on the schedule, open for registration. Just a really cool expansion division, utilizing the tried and true tour formula, gross net, flighted. Everybody has a chance. And 2 team spots from this new division this year. 2 team spots. The South Texas Match Play Challenge team expanded 4 spots up to 20, and 2 of those team spots are coming from the playoff rounds on the Greater Hill Country division. Really excited. It's one of those days where it's such a long time coming, and you talked about it so much, and the excitement is just at an all-time high, and it's a different stress to explain, and So happy to do it and bring the tour to different golf facilities and share our product with golfers from the greater San Antonio area. I know we call it the Greater Hill Country, but the greater San Antonio area and up into Austin with an event at Lost Pines this year, and hope to continue to grow this division the way that the Alamo City Golf Trail division has the last couple years. And can you imagine? And now listen, everybody watching, this is just talking right now. But can you imagine an Alamo City Golf Trail division South Texas Match Play Challenge team playing against the Greater Hill Country division South Texas Match Play Challenge team, and some sort of collaborative team playing against the Houston Amateur Golf Association in the South Texas Match Play Challenge? I mean, can you imagine the growth of the big event, right? The Match Play is the event. It's the ultimate tour event. And as this continues to grow, more and more opportunities to make that team present themselves. And the Greater Hill Country division is the first opportunity there. 4 new spots on the team this year, and really excited to bring 2 teams of 20 to Riverside this November. Really excited.
Riverside's going to be fun, for sure.
Woo! Today was a cool day. It was really cool. Really proud of the ambassadors, really proud of the tour executive team, really proud of the tour golfers and the extended tour family, the spouses, the girlfriends, the family members that come and watch, the children that get voluntold to come watch. I just think I think it's something special, and thank you to everybody. Thank you to Sabrina, the tour's better half, I guess I should say. But everybody came together, and this was a really cool day.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Tea times.
Yep. First notice to players, Greater Hill Country Division kickoff event number 1. First notice to players has been sent. Golf Genius leaderboard link live on the website. I also believe that is on the Facebook page as well. MD, I agree that the Greater Hill Country Division may be statistically the easiest way to make the team. It might be.
I'd agree, right?
I really think that playoff event at TPC is going to be a relatively small field, and 2 team spots are going to come from those playoffs. So I was typing an email up earlier in the week. I haven't sent it yet, but it was talking about the odds of making the team during the spring season versus the odds of making the team during the playoffs. And it was less than a 1% chance. I think it was a 0.8% chance of making the team in one of the seasons, and an 11 or 12% chance of making the team coming out of the playoffs, and a 15% chance of making the playoffs. So the playoffs in the Alamo City Golf Trail division are the best statistical way to make the team as we know it right now. Qualify for the playoffs, make the team in the playoffs. The outliers there are the top 3 in spring and the top 3 in summer, right? But I think MD's right. I think statistically the easiest way this year is going to come from the Greater Hill Country division, those 2 teams. And I bet you the one of those extra sponsor picks, captain's picks, what have you, come from that Greater Hill Country division list too, I bet. I love that.
It's going to be...
What a great goal, Brad Gilbert, Player of the Year in both divisions. Wow. Some pretty cool hardware this year on the Greater Hill Country division. First name on a Player of the Year, first name on a division championship trophy. Some pretty cool stuff.
It's just the dawning of a new day.
It certainly is the first page of a new chapter. Really, really excited. MD and Scott Williams going to light up the Greater Hill Country division. With that being said, stxamtour.golf is the website. Division schedules tab on the main menu. That is the home for everything. That has every event's homepage on it. Where is open for registration. That division schedules tab on the website is your hub for all the information, past, present, and future. I'm just reading your text message. That's perfect. Love it. We'll deal with that in a second, but that's okay. Which is perfectly fine. We do have one team on the waiting list that we can squeak in as well.
MD's already calling it.
What's up? Oh,
MD's
yes.
already calling it. Then he's going to light it up. I think it's interesting at Kissing Tree because that's a shorter type course and it'll play shorter for everyone. So, and there's not a lot of bunkers, not a lot of places to get in trouble. It's going to be interesting to see how the scores come out.
I think it's going to be a blast.
Have you been out there yet?
Just to the clubhouse. I have never played Kissing Tree. So
very nice course. It's very interesting. Very minimal like penalty areas. Some drivable par fours, like 18's a drivable par four. Some of us with 3 woods. It's that short, and it's got water on it, so it's very like dramatic. If someone's trying to chase a birdie or something like that, it'll be fun to see.
I definitely think it's going to be really cool next week on the podcast to recap Kissing Tree. I think that's going to be really cool. Really excited. Website's updated, everybody. Point standings, handicaps on the Alamo City Golf Trail division, all updated on the website, along with the event results from this past Sunday at Mission Del Lago. Trail Spring Division, Alamo City Golf Trail Division, Spring Season, event number 5. Results are all on the website, all on the Facebook page. And let's get into that point standings through 5 events on the STX Am Tour Trail Division. Here is your updated top 10. I think I couldn't have set you up. I couldn't have set you up longer. It's the best I could do.
Well, it's dramatic effect, right?
I love it. Yes, exactly right. This is through 5 events on the Alamo City Golf Trail Division 2024. In first place, taking home a victory cookie, Mission Del Lago, Andre Ramirez. Starting to separate up there in number 1. Great playing the last couple events, Andre. Look at that big win at the San Pedro Par 3 match play. So that's great playing. Great run at San Pedro. Another victory cookie this past weekend at Mission Del Lago. Andre Ramirez, first place, starting to separate. Casey Graham hanging out in second place. Dennis Danowski and Brad Gilbert tied for third. I love seeing that tied for third spot hang out. I think that's really cool. I love the implications of a tie to qualify for the team. I think that's really cool. And in fifth place, Sean Vidal.
Yeah.
Tied for sixth place, Rudy Fuentes and Willie Nichols. The lone blank, Dustin had to miss this past weekend. The lone 0 up there. In eighth place, Dustin Hassan. In ninth place, Greg Graff. And in 10th place, Tim White. Comments going crazy right now.
Go cray.
Ladies and gentlemen, your top 10 through 5 events. Point standings updated online. STXAmTour.golf. Whew. Long week, long stretch. March is the gauntlet. We're halfway through.
I got a question texted to me, Trev.
What's up?
I got a question texted to me that I think would be of interest to the podcast.
Okay.
So at Kissing Tree, will there be STX Am Tour tee markers or tee boxes, or will we be using the course's tee boxes?
We will be using the course's tee boxes on the Greater Hill Country Division, and that is and has been reflected in the notice to players email that went out earlier this evening.
Correct.
So those tee boxes with the called out slope and ratings are there, and they are also another location they would be on the publicly viewable leaderboard link that is on the Facebook page and the website for Event 1 at Kissing Tree. If you open the individual player and see their scorecard, it will also say that the tee box is there. No, and the reason for this is very simple. We don't have the access to repetitive data the same way we have for over a decade on the trail, right? We can make proprietary tee boxes based on a decade of data on the trail, right? That's why the database and the scores and the bell curve are so tight, and the handicaps are so good after a full season on tour, right? Because we have added tee boxes to make the flights and the larger fields more equitable, right? We have that data. We can make those proprietary slopes and ratings for extra sets. We don't have that data on new courses in a new division off of the trail. That's the simple answer. But all of that information,
is a great answer.
But all of that information is in the first notice to players, so registered golfers should have all of that. Thanks, MD. I tried to explain it good. Thank you, sir.
Super simple. Using the course handicap so you can look up the scorecard and see your tee boxes.
Yes, and we will have a whole location sheet. I got that question earlier today. We will have a whole location sheet for Kissing Tree this coming Sunday. So, going to be a really cool event. Greater Hill Country Division, facilities, new courses, a little bougier experience, and a new point standings list, a new way to make the team, and just bringing elite amateur competition around the area. That's what we do. So excited to do it. Jay Bird, what else do we have? We have one more breaking announcement. This one isn't as exciting as the facility move from Willow Springs to Northern Hills, which will be made public in a newsletter and on the Facebook page later this evening or tomorrow. Alamo City Golf Trail Spring Event number 7, currently open for registration at Willow Springs, is moving to Northern Hills. Plenty of spots still available for that one. Just opened for registration a week ago, so lots of room there. But special news alert.
Alert.
Special news alert. Alamo City Golf Trail Division Spring Event number 9, that's on May 12th at Riverside, will be the first ever tour event at the new Riverside, and it will be the first ever tour event that will be walking only.
Beep. beep, 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 beep. I think it is important to get that out right now, even if the event is not open for registration, because I think some people are going to need to start like training, get some stamina, carrying the bag around their backyard.
I mean, it's the
hire
2 month.
caddy.
It's the 2 month window today. I think we'll see that event open for registration next week, maybe.
Possibly.
So yes, we wanted to let everybody know that information will be in this upcoming newsletter as well, and the website will be updated, even though it's not quite open for registration yet. We just wanted to tell everybody, and it's simply because the renovations to the cart barn are not going to be completed. I know we moved this event back already from February to May to give the golf course the most possible time. MD, about to see a bunch of your players at Gold's getting treadmills.
To answer this question, Scott, the answer is no. There will literally physically be no carts to use.
There is no cart barn at Riverside. There are no golf carts. It will be a walking only event. There was no room to bump that event back and keep it in the spring season. It wasn't feasible, so we're gonna have a walking only event. Negative. You cannot bring your own golf cart.
That's an
great
insurance
question. Great question. Yeah, it's a 100% insurance thing. Can't no.
We anticipated that question, Scott. So I'm glad you asked it.
Yes.
We asked it. The answer is no. You cannot bring your own motorized seated cart. You can have a motorized push cart.
I think we'll see lots of requests for caddies on the Facebook page. I think that's what we'll see. I think that could be a cool day. No carts means no carts, Stephen Evans. Yippee. Marshalling in a gator in a maintenance vehicle. You know?
We understand that that's not ideal for a lot of people, but our hands are forced. So Travis and I thought it was very important to get that news out literally the day after we found out that there will be absolutely no carts available. Because MG makes a joke about it. MG makes a joke, but maybe you do want to start walking to prepare for it. So we wanted to give everyone the opportunity to prepare.
Absolutely, and there was no way we were removing Riverside from the schedule. It just wasn't an option. So this is kind of the hand that the tour got dealt there, and we wanted to bring the course record opportunity to Riverside. This will be the first official event at Riverside, so somebody will set the official course record on Sunday, May the 12th, and they'll do it walking, and I bet you that person's going to have a great day.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
That comment from Scott Williams right there is the one we are going to end on tonight. Scott Williams: I walked Whistling Straits after being beep on brandy old fashions. I think I can handle Riverside.
I already hired a caddy, so I'm ready to go.
I bet you will see a bunch of it on the Facebook page. Maybe we'll see that on the tour setup committee's Google Drive sheet, players requesting caddies.
I want to see some like 10, 11, 12-year-olds slaving to carry some 30-pound golf bags or something. Like all you guys out there with those 40-pound Titleist staff bags, I want to see like an 18 or a 10-year-old nephew just carrying that sucker around.
Listen, my first job in the golf business was I caddied at my local country club the summer after my 5th grade year in elementary school. I was 12. I was probably 4'8", probably. So, yeah, absolutely. What a cool show! What a cool day! What a cool week! Jay Bird, hanging out with you is always a blast. I feel like this one wasn't as big of a train wreck as the last one was. So, great job this evening.
It's never a train wreck.
MD, you're not 4'8". You're 5'2"
Jeff
in
Wern
boots.
is open to work. Steven Evans going to have Maddie on the bag.
Jay Bird, great job tonight. Thank you, sir, for being here. Your closing thoughts for the evening, unless you've got anything else you want to talk about.
I don't have anything to talk about. I don't have closing thoughts. Not a lot going on up here.
Perfect. That makes that one easy to follow. STXAmTour.golf, everybody. Your home for everything tour. Like us on Facebook, South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. Greater Hill Country Division, event number 1. This Sunday, Kissing Tree Golf Club. How cool does that sound to say?
I can't wait.
So excited. So excited. Everybody, thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook. Like and share. STXAmTour.golf. A couple events open for registration. Willow Springs. Event moving to Northern Hills. Look for information on that coming up in the newsletter. That Willow Springs event open for registration is moving to Northern Hills. And there's a Greater Hill Country Division event open for registration right now. A new format. This is a Jaybird special. An event that Jaybird's always wanted to run. 36 holes, 1 day, 9999. Greater Hill Country.
So good.
Greater Hill Country Division, April 20th, open for registration. Maybe that event is the best value in tour history. 36 holes, 1 day, really big prize fund. Really excited. Best ball, scramble, shamble, alt shot. Open for registration now. Check out stxamtour.golf for your home for the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour.
Got a text message. Just want to clarify. The 9999 is one tournament, not two. It's 36-hole tournament.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. Yes, that's correct.
Someone asked if it was 2 separate events in 1 day. No, it is one tournament.
Yes, that is 4 9-hole scores total together. Double points, big prizes. Imagine the skins for that.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully that was a good time. Hopefully it was a good time as for you as it was for me and Jason. We'll see everybody this weekend at Kissing Tree. Thanks for watching, y'all.
How do I end this thing, Travis? I don't know which button to